What's up viewers, my name is Nick and welcome back to the channel. So if you are in the market for a high quality Google certified Android TV box that plays all movie streaming services in 4K with Dolby audio for a limited Amazon Prime offer of $43, then today's Android box from Dynalink should be at the top of your list. Yes, Dynalink is back for 2024 with their latest model called the GT36. Believe it or not, for only $43, this Android box is all you need to watch your favorite movie subscriptions such as Netflix, Disney+, Max, Prime Video, and many others at a fraction of the cost of what you would pay for an Nvidia Shield or other highly priced Android TV box brand. So up next, we take a look at what's in the box, a full review of its hardware and features, and how it's selling for the Amazon Prime Day sales event, so stay tuned. And welcome back. So this is what you get inside the box. You have the GT36 Android box, a Google certified Bluetooth remote with Google Assistant, a pair of AAA batteries, one HDMI cable, a 5V 1A DC power adapter, and a Dynalink quick start guide. The design of the box takes the layout of a USB dongle where you only have one HDMI output port and a micro USB power delivery port. Its entire body is made of plastic measuring only 3.2 inches in length. It has a power button and a power LED indicator. So this box is fully Google certified, and when you start up for the first time, you are presented with the newest Google operating system for televisions, Google TV. You first have to pair the Bluetooth remote, connect to your Wi-Fi, sign into your Google account, pair the remote to your TV for power and volume control if you so choose. Then you are taken to the Google TV launcher. So this firmware, as mentioned, is fully certified and has the digital rights to stream any subscription service in HD or 4K. As shown here under its DRM information, it has Google Widevine Level 1, and its HDMI signal is encrypted with HDCP 2.3, which currently is the highest form of encryption to protect these streaming services from bootlegging and piracy. Together with its DRM, as required by Google, the firmware is not rooted, so this ensures that there is no hacking of the file system or malicious behavior. So before we go any further, you may be wondering, if this box does not have any USB ports, how am I using a mouse pointer? Well, it's quite simple actually. I'm using this micro USB hub with HDMI ports that I can use to plug in external storage as well as USB controllers such as a mouse pointer or wireless air mouse. See the link to this in the description below. So the operating system here is Android 12, and it shows that it has an official Netflix ESN license. For firmware features, it has 4K 2160p up to 59.94 Hz display. You have the option to switch between HDR and SDR, which actually turns off HDR. And you have another section where you can set HDR always on or to auto match the content, which is actually your adaptive HDR feature. You have HDMI CC options, auto frame rate switching, surround sound audio options, and under advanced display it shows its supported audio formats, and here you have HDR10 and HLG. And unsupported formats are Dolby Vision and HDR10+. So the primary selling point of this box is its ability to stream paid movie services in HD and 4K. From my testing, it can indeed run Netflix and Prime Video. However, there is one little caveat you should take note of. You get 4K HDR display, but you are limited to 5.1 surround sound audio. If you connect the box to your AV receiver, you will get Dolby Surround and Dolby Digital Plus. You will not get 7.1 Dolby Atmos. So here is a Netflix video, and if you connect it to an AV receiver or directly to your TV that supports surround sound audio such as Dolby Atmos, it will still say 5.1 audio. The same applies when I open Amazon Prime Video. You get 4K UHD with HDR, but no Dolby Atmos. For watching YouTube videos, you get up to 4K 2160p at 60Hz with HDR. With its Google certified remote, you get Google Assistant's voice search and voice commands. What's the fastest car in the world?
Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute. According to Autoblog, the fastest car in the world is Koenigsegg Jesko Absolute.
With built-in Chromecast, you get mobile screen mirroring and official Chromecasting from YouTube and movie streaming apps like Netflix. The box was not designed to read content from external storage, as it does not have any SD card or USB ports. However, as I showed you, you can use a hub to gain access. Even with the hub, you have some limitations. For external storage, I got as far as 128GB converted to shared internal storage, as well as able to read media. Any size over that, you will receive an error about the connected media storage. Another issue is that if you do get the storage to read, you first have to format it as a removable device, FAT32 format, before you can load any content onto it, because formatting on your PC to NTFS will not work. I am doing all of this just to test what 4K HDR video formats it can play. So here is a 4K AV1 HDR video, and it triggers the HDR10 feature on my TV. Next is one of my Dolby Vision videos that does not have surround sound audio, and it triggers the HLG feature as the box does not support Dolby Vision. Next is a Dolby Vision video with Dolby Atmos, and it does not produce any audio. Next is an HDR10 Plus video, and it too does not produce any audio. And finally, this is an HLG video, and it triggers the HLG feature on my TV. For surround sound audio, if you connect the Dynalink to your soundbar or AV receiver from movie subscription services, you only get Dolby Surround and Dolby Digital Plus. You don't get Dolby Atmos. From a Netflix movie, here you are getting Dolby Surround. And if you switch to front surround speakers, you get Dolby Digital Plus. If you attempt to play self-hosted surround sound videos, you will get Dolby Atmos, Dolby Digital Plus, and Dolby Surround. You don't get any DTS audio formats. Here, you get Dolby Atmos.
This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object-based cinematic audio. With powerful moving audio that
If you switch to front surround speakers, you get Dolby Digital Plus. If you attempt to play a DTS HD master audio video, you get no audio. From this video, you get Dolby Surround. From a Dolby True HD video, you get no audio. And from DTS-X, you get no audio. And now a look at its system and hardware information. The manufacturer of this chipset is Amlogic, and it runs on 2 GB of DDR4 RAM and 16 GB of internal storage with Bluetooth 5.0. Its CPU is the Amlogic S905Y4, a quad-core Cortex-A35 processor clocked at 2.0 GHz configured in 32-bit mode. Its GPU is the Mali G31 graphics processor with OpenELGS 3.2 support. It has dual-band 2.4 plus 5 GHz Wi-Fi. Its operating system is Android 12 with no root access. Its GPU has Vulkan support API version 1.1. Its temperature sensor has been disabled. And for audio and video decoders, for video, it has 4K HDR decoders such as H.264, HEVC, and AV1. And for audio, it has Dolby Atmos EAC3 only. It does not have Dolby Vision or DTS HD decoders. And I'll close with some benchmarks. And I must admit I'm quite impressed with the benchmarks of such a small device. First, its RAM and internal storage. It has a RAM copy transfer speed of 4025 MB per second, internal storage 150 MB per second read and 107 MB per second write speed. In testing its Wi-Fi speeds based on my internet speed of 315 megabits per second, the 5 GHz band achieved the maximum speed at an average of 322 megabits per second, and its 2.4 GHz band averaged around 126 megabits per second, which is also higher than most Android boxes. Benchmarking its CPU's single-core and multi-core performance, Geekbench 5 produced 116 single-core and 398 multi-core. In benchmarking its GPU, due to its limited RAM, it only qualified for the slingshot test, and it generated a score of 576 with an average 1080p FPS of 1.64. And in the Antutu benchmark version 10, it got a score of 127,035. So that's the last of the benchmarks. Let's now see where it ranks on my chart. So I've entered the scores on my chart, and for clarity, each new version of the Antutu benchmark always produces a higher score than the previous version. So even though the GT36 ranks at position 13, it's based on the latest Antutu version 10, and it's literally impossible for the Amlogic S905Y4 to outperform the Amlogic S922X-H. With that said, its individual scores, for example, its RAM and internal storage transfer speeds are quite notably higher than the others. So it gained a position 13 on my chart with a 4 out of 5 star rating for its Google certification and high hardware performance. And this is remarkable for a very small Android box like this one. So to view this chart, see the link in the description below this video. So in summary, the Dynalink GT36 has mostly everything you need for streaming paid movie subscription services in HD and 4K. Its limitations in terms of its I/O ports and audio decoders are minimal, and it does not negatively affect its performance or user experience. The box is secure, running Google TV Android 12 with all premium features working and literally the lowest price on the market. So I'm giving the Dynalink GT36 my recommendation as one of the best, cheapest Google certified Android box you can purchase that does not compromise on performance. So today is the beginning of the Amazon Prime Day sales event, which runs from the 16th to the 17th. So the price is currently reduced from $54 to $43 for you to take advantage. So time is limited. See the link in the description below this video. Thanks for watching. Give this video the thumbs up if you enjoyed the presentation. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to receive notifications about open box deals, new video releases, or surprise giveaways. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Stay connected and see you in the next one.